coming to you live from somewhere around the world.
He is the greatest streamer we have ever seen in our generation.
It's the one, the only.
Live from the heart of Mexico.
It's your boy. It's your boy Amreezy, one of the greatest intros on YouTube.
It's your boy.
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 It's your boy. It's a long one this week. Oh, I'm Amreezy and I'm back with another Road to Sorare Boss episode where we follow my journey in the wonderful, fun, exciting, not cash-winning world of Sorare. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gents. Zooturt in the chat, Hoodwink in the chat, Kerry in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining me. The intro, widescreen now. Widescreen now. Had a bit of fun with that this weekend. How are we all? Happy Monday. I don't like it when people say they hate Mondays and they're all miserable about Mondays. Come on. Positivity on a Monday. It's another week. It's another chance to win some Sorare prizes midweek. Or some essence. If you've been watching the channel closely, you'll be aware winning cash is quite a rare achievement for me. And we did do it this week with $5 massive dollars. Well done, Amreezy. Well done, Amreezy. Let's get the gifts out. Well done, Amreezy. Well done, Amreezy. $5. $5. I'm $5 richer today, everybody. I'm $5 richer. I've spent some of it. I'm $5 richer. Well done, everybody. Kerry consents. Kerry consents a change in my tone. I'm sure last week I was downhearted. Don't worry. Don't worry. There'll be stuff to get downhearted about. Do not, fear not. I'll be complaining about DMPs in the K-League. I'll be complaining about other stuff. Winter sets. I'll be complaining about winter sets competition. Shall we start there? But first of all, ladies and gentlemen, for the people watching in the future, welcome. My name's Amreezy. I make football videos about Web3 games. If you like the vibe, if you like the sound of my jib, the cut of my jib rather, sound of my tone. What else? If you like those football cards, if you like Santos Laguna, shout out to Mexican football clubs. Then give me a like and a subscribe and a follow and all of that good stuff. Follow me everywhere. Follow me on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. Follow me on Twitch, YouTube. Follow me down the road. Actually, don't do that one. Just do the other ones. I've had a coffee. That's my energy. I've had a coffee about 20 minutes ago. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the caffeine. So let's drink some cranberry grape drink. Other juices are available just to counteract the coffee. So, right, guys. Mood back down. Yeah, what I do is I'm going to show you my lineups from the weekend in Sorare. I'm going to show you some winter set stuff, how I'm about to be knocked out of the winter set stuff, tiers. We'll look at one new card that I've brought, one new card to the gallery since Thursday's video, and we'll build our midweek lineups where there's Champions League football. So stick on this camera, please. If you like Mateus Oliveira, then follow. And look, let's start off with this weekend's lineup, shall we? So I built 3 K-League lineups. One of them was in leaderboards, and this is how that one did. Slightly disappointing. Average scores from everybody except for the GOAT, except for the king of my heart, Mateus Oliveira. I've been playing Football Manager again. I've restarted Football Manager this weekend. And I've got a save with AFC Wimbledon. And I've just got them into the Premier League. And we need a winger. And the first thing I did was, I was like, now that I know a bit about K-League, let's have a look at Oliveira on Football Manager. What's his stats like? He's terrible. Terrible in Football Manager. So that was a bit of a shame. I was hoping to use my K-League knowledge now into Football Manager. But it didn't quite work out. Looking for food, welcome to the chat. I hope you've all had a nice weekend, by the way. Let me know if you've done anything fun this weekend. I was getting bored of it. I did so, yeah, I'm looking to sell as well. Maybe keep the Villarreal stack, just because I like a collection. Keep my Villarreal collection and sell everybody else. I've already got rid of one of the cards. Get some more baby Cecilia, aka Matt Ollie. Who's Matt Ollie? Get some more, or baby Cecilia, aka Matt Ollie. You need to be doing Anyang. Oh yeah, that'd be fun. I mean, because I guess Oliviera will at least be good for that league. Yeah. All right. Next save, I'll try a bit of K-League fun. Right. So here, lesson learned. Oliviera should be my captain in all my lineups where he's available, because he's clearly the chosen one. He's clearly the promised one. So that's how we did leaderboards. Finished 54th. So 1,000 essence. It's not bad. That's a card. That's a card craft. Tune in on Thursday when we'll craft that card. See who we get. And let's have a look at Pro. So La Liga, it was the Villarreal boys that just about scraped a streak. 3 points above. Now, it was like 372 points when it hit it. And I was like, claim quickly before they recalculate the scores and bring it down a bit. So I quickly claimed it, and I didn't need to rush in the end. It was always going to be above 360. The problem with La Liga, though, is, as you can see, I'm scraping a 360 streak. Chances of hitting streak number 2 are 0. Negative. What are the minus odds? The minus odds of me hitting a La Liga streak 2 are negative. So, but you know what? This is like the 3rd time I've ever hit the hot streak 1 in La Liga. And none of these cards cost more than £10. So, you know, some of them have been paid off. And also, I mean, if these two smash for Espanyol today, we might be, this lineup might do well, because this has got on 300 with these. Oh wait, this is counting their 35s. But you never know. You never know if they smash. Carreras got benched in this lineup, but that's the throwaway lineup. So yeah, a good score. I wish Georgie hadn't let me down. Georgie let me down in the winter streaks big time. Winter streaks is basically over. It's basically over. We were 1 away from the cash prize in winter streaks. But as you can see here, we had a couple of big scores scattered around. None of them in the same lineup. None of them in the same lineup. We've got 2 to play. But even if Soboslai gets 100, we're not getting 380. McAllister gets 100, we're not getting 380. The dream is over. The party is over. But it was fun. It was fun. And we'll still keep playing for the remaining 13 days. But I don't see me getting all the way up to here in 13 days. So I don't think that's going to work. It was a great idea by Sorare. I think maybe if they'd have lowered the streaks earlier rather than later. Shout out to Sorare for listening to my suggestion on Thursday. But they did lower the streaks the day after I was complaining about them on Thursday. So shout out to Sorare listening to my streams. But yeah, winter streaks is dumb. But it was fun. And it didn't take like a lot of my time. It was something that I just did every day. Claim the free pack, spin the wheel, and then see what card you get, and then chuck them in. Forgot I had games today. My captain Barco scores 100, and I got 2 lads. Oh, wow, Hoodwink. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming, Hooders. Keep dreaming. Right, that's how I did in La Liga. $5 richer and 100 essence richer. Look at that. 6th place in Common La Liga. If only that meant something. Right, these are my K-League lineups. And look at the disappointment here. I picked my strongest lineup. If Park Ji-soo had just played, he was an A power grade rating before this week. He was supposed to play 90% on to play. And I guess, you know, this is what people have been warning me about. Get used to K-League DMPs. And barely anyone hit the prize. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit... That does make me feel better, Kerry. That does make me feel better. So I'm glad we're all going down together. I'm glad none of us are winning. That makes me feel a lot better. I'm guessing because a lot of people had players like Park Ji-soo who was supposed to be playing and then randomly gets injured. So that let that lineup down. And then this defender who we did say was 50-50 last video, turns out on the wrong side of the 50. He didn't play. So 2 DMPs there. No prizes, no streaks. We're still waiting to hit that first hot streak. And once again, shouldn't have bought early access cards, should I? Should have bought those K-League cards now. Should have bought those K-League cards today. Today, I should have spent that £100 on K-League cards today, and I could have probably bought every single card in the league with that money right now. But, you know, we had fun. And we got a shiny Mateus Oliveira. If I'd have bought the K-League cards today, I wouldn't have got a shiny Mateus Oliveira. He wouldn't be shiny right now. It'd be a standard. So, is that worth £100? Get off money. Get off money. Now is not the time for the money gift to come up. Balotelli is more appropriate right now. Right. DMP's everywhere, no matter the league. It's a big conversation in Sorare right now, isn't it, gang? What are people's ideas on the bench theories that have been circling around? David, the legend that is SR Monkey, wrote a very nice tweet on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter, today, saying his thoughts on the bench theory. And I pretty much agreed with everything he said. Like, I do think there's a way of making substitutes work. But whatever Sorare do, people are going to complain. If they don't do subs, people are going to complain. If they do subs, people are going to say it's not fair. If they do a hybrid where it's like, we do subs, but you can't get cash in hot streaks, things like that. But the big thing I liked from David's tweet was his idea that K-League streaks, you can just win Essence in the first 2 stages. And that might be a good way for Sorare to save money if they want to bring in subs and then save money. The money they can save by not reducing the target is by just giving Essence for the first 2, because $5 is not that much, really. I wouldn't really be upset if the Premier League Streak 1 was Essence, because it's Premier League Essence. That's quite fun. You know, you're crafting a Premier League card. But best to get in day 1. I mean, no regrets, Hoodwink. No regrets. And it was fun. It was fun. The XP built up will be... Yeah, that's true. We've got to think long-term here. We've got to think long-term. Also, I'm learning on the job here. I'm learning about K-League on the job. And part of that learning has been looking at early access cards. And also these first 2 weeks of the season, I'm learning like who's actually starting, who's not starting, who's good. Like this guy, Orbo, you know, he comes off the bench. He pops in with an assist. He can get you a good score. You know, Oliveira, I now know Oliveira's the GOAT. I had an idea that he was the GOAT before the season, but having played the first 2 weeks, now I'm definitely sure he's the GOAT. And if I'd have just started buying my K-League cards now, I would be a bit like, who's this Oliveira fella? Is he good? Yeah, I'll buy him. And then, you know, so... Should have 4 for SO7. Bold strategy, Kerry. I don't get it. Should have 4 for SO7. So, like, instead of 7... There's just 4, like less cards in a classic lineup than an in-season lineup. They would never do that. Or do you mean 4 subs for SO7? You might mean 4 subs for SO7. Clips is in the house. Welcome, Clips. Clips, are you... Right, if you've not followed the Discord, join the Discord. Clips, are you the person in the Discord who asked about the K-League cards that Hoodwink kind of answered the question already? Are you... He goes over to Discord to check. Are you Sander on Discord? Who's Sander on Discord? Sander on Discord. I think it's Clips, but... Sander was asking, out of 4 cards, who's the best? I'm guessing you're thinking of captaining one of those cards. And I'm not going to show it on screen. If you're not in the Discord, go check out the Discord. It's in the Sorare room, where Sander, aka Clips Hub, as we can now confirm. Yes, I am. Beautiful. Put 4 cards. I'm guessing wanting to know who's captaincy. I kind of like the idea of either the Juninho guy or the Jacob Transiska guy. I don't know much about either of them. I don't have any of those cards. I wouldn't go for Ivan Jukic because he's done nothing so far. And the other guy, Go Hey Hyon. His scores look a bit slower, so I'd go between the 2. Hoodwink's already said he's got a soft spot for Juninho, but, you know, I think it's between those 2. Juninho's got more of a kind of a bigger, what do you call it? Bigger, like, back history. You know, he's got bigger data behind him, whereas this Jacob guy has got no data, but he has 1 good score in his last game. So could that be a one-off? Could that be... maybe the safer pick is Juninho. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're watching this in the future and you're like, what was Amreezy talking about? He never showed us those 4 cards. Join the Discord. The link's everywhere. It's in all of there. Look, there's the link somewhere around there. 4 subs. Oh, I like that, Kerry. Yeah, because I've always got loads of classic cards left over, so I guess I wouldn't mind 4 subs. I wonder if the cards as subs would gain a tiny bit of XP as well. That'd be nice. Hoodwink, you crafted a Kimmich. I saw this. I saw this on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. My question is, Hoodwink, what have you done with the Kimmich? Are you going to play it? Because I don't think you play Bundesliga in season, do you? Are you going to sell it and use that money to buy lots of K-League jersey mint cards? Or what are you doing? What are you doing with the Kimmich, Hoodwink? I guess also World Cup. World Cup coming. Could he be a useful in-season World Cup card? I'm guessing he's a smasher for Germany, so let us know. Right, this is how I did in K-League. I think what I should be encouraged about is the DMPs I couldn't have predicted. I mean, this is the only real lineup I'm looking at. Like, the other lineup is throwaway. This is the main lineup that I thought could win something. And if he hadn't have randomly not played, we would have easily hit the streak. So I think being positive, these are 4 good cards, and that will be a good card when he's fit. And hopefully the injury is not serious and he comes back next week. We'll see on Thursday's video. Tune into Thursday's Sorare video where we build our K-League midweek lineup. And then subs when play on 25. Perfect solution. Amen. Kerry's got it sussed, Sorare. If you're listening, Kerry's got it sussed. You're going to buy Juninho. How much is a Juninho going to go for these days? How much does a Juninho go for? I might buy one. I might get carried away. Juninho. Although I think you're looking at rare. £4.45. Is there one in the auctions? No, the problem with the auctions right now is there's only... Oh, no, this is him, right? Shall we? Shall we? We do have $2 market credits. So is it a new team, is he? Last season he was at... No, he wasn't at Daegu last season. I thought because Hoodwink said he was one of his favorites. Let me just deny some spammy bot trying to write to us on Twitch. Get out of here, spam. Get out of here, spammies. So, I mean, he got an assist on his debut. What's his price like? He is a forward, and I feel like I do need a forward card. Kerry, why are you looking at buying Juninho? You gave me 4 cards as your options. Why were they the 4 you chose? Because I thought they were your current cards, so it's not a captaincy decision. Why were they the 4 forwards you're looking at? Because, you know, I trust your scouting ability, and if there's one on the auction, I want to check what's a good price for him. So if we go last week, he was coming in at around about £10. So we obviously ignore that one. So early access, he was going for about £8. Then he did really well on his first game of the season. So there was a bit of a spike here when people were like, who's this Juninho guy? Then he's kind of settled. The price has kind of settled down. A bit of a downward trend in the price now. So I guess £3 would be a good price to pay. I've also got some market credits for the quick play. I've got $2 market credits. He's still in Pohang. Nice. Let me, just in case it asks for any dodgy passwords or shows you any information that's not suitable. Let's do this off screen. Okay, we're the highest bidder. You were looking at rare forwards for max £15 for K-League, and then those 4 were the best you saw. I like the logic. I like the logic. I'd be happy to pay £3 for one in Classic in season. Let's increase our max bid to £3. And let's see what happens. The other new card that I've bought, I don't know who's always telling me to buy a Ditter. Which one of you lovely chatters is always telling me, where's my Ditter? Where's your Ditter, Amreezy? Where's your Ditter? I've got a feeling it's Kerry, but it might be someone else. Someone's always banging on about why does Amreezy not have a Ditto when he's got a Cruz Azul, a whole bunch of Cruz Azul cards. Well, I've got one. I've got a Willa Ditto. The reason why it took me so long to get one is because he was about £3, and I was just always like, £3 for a Mexican classic card just doesn't feel right. But his form lately, he's had a little dip. He's put a couple of 50s together, and these are not great scores. So his price has come down a bit. I now feel he's worth about 150. And these are the scores he's capable of. So I quite like the idea of bit of an average scores lately, but he's capable of these. Maybe we can get him back to those if he just positive energy from the channel. If everybody believes in Ditto, we can get him back up. And I got rid of a La Liga classic card. I got rid of a classic La Liga in season card. I got rid of Mariba in classic, who's useless. Absolute bum rubbish. He's been terrible for me. So I got rid of Mariba and 75p with Powell Trader. I think that's a fairly good deal. Like next season, when Mariba's not in season, this card's going to be 30p. That's going to be worth 30p. Whereas Ditto, I feel like his value will always be hovering around £1 to £3. So I'm okay with that deal. It means we've now got three Cruz Azul defenders. Although one of them is Omar Campos, who never plays. So we've got a Willa Ditto. Was it you, Clips? Is it you who's always reminding me I should have one? So shout out. We've got the Cruz Azul best cards. Let's check actually. Do we have all of the Cruz Azul big cards? So that means when Cruz Azul have a good game, we can go all out in All-Star for them. Current club. Here we go. Watch this. Cruz. What have I done wrong? Oh, it's in season. Classic, limited, current club. Cruz Azul. They're a very fun team to watch, Cruz Azul. They don't quite win much, but they're always up there challenging. So if we go by Cruz Azul players and we organize them by highest average score, let's have a look. So he's not obviously a playing goalkeeper. So we've got him, 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 we've got him and him. So the only two players I don't have are Eric Lira and Amari Garcia, but you can see from their scores, we probably don't want them. Yeah, we don't want him and we don't want him. So we've basically got every good scoring Cruz Azul card now, which I quite like. Ditto was a missing piece of the gallery. We filled it. Beautiful. Right, where was I? I feel like I've gone massively off track. We were looking at scores from the weekend. Hoodwink's probably gone away. He never answered what he did with the Kimmich. So shall we go over to Hoodwink's gallery and get distracted once again? Let's go and see what he did with the Kimmich. I'm guessing a sale. Guessing a sale would be sensible. He's still got him, but he's transfer listed. He's put him on the market for £59. So if you're looking for a, let me just do a free bit of promo for Hoodwink. Hi there, are you looking for a Joshua Kimmich card? Do you need one in limited? Do you want an in-season one? Are you ideally looking for serial number 919? Well, fear not. There's one on the market right now, and all you have to pay is £59. Kimmich for a good deal. There you go, Hoodwink. Free promo. What else has he been up to? What else has he been doing? I've got my eye on this guy as well, Andrea Compagno, because I've heard he's a good player, but he's injured right now. But when he comes back from injury, he might get in the John Book starting team. So there's a free bit of K-League insider knowledge. Why has he bought this guy, Mosquera? Oh, he crafted him. He didn't buy him. He crafted him. Fair play. Get that transfer listed as well, because soon as Saliba and Gabriel are in, he's not going to be getting any more games, surely. Right, where was I? So K-League lineups we'd just done. Karius didn't play. We took a gamble, and I'm really annoyed because if Karius had gotten us an okay score, we might have won one. And we had a DMP goalkeeper, and we still got 100 essence. Right, we've still got some games to go. And we are 4 points ahead. We're probably not going to get anything from this. And maybe we'll take not getting relegated. We'll take not getting relegated. That'll be enough to celebrate about. That'll be enough to celebrate about. But yeah, Karius, you know, this was a mistake. Let's be honest. Me half-heartedly stepping 1 foot into contender in season a few months ago, a mistake. But, you know, this would have been better in All-Star. They all would have been better in All-Star. Maybe I should just play these guys in All-Star. Even though they're in-season cards, maybe I should just be playing them in All-Star because, you know, what are we going to win? Like 5p if we win Division 2 contender in season. Okay. I did say Nicholas Jackson was going to have a big game. I did say Big Nicky Jackson was going to have a big game. And would you believe it? Would you believe it? Kerry says no, Zagreb Likovic. Well, there is Kerry, but now I've gone off in season. There's only like 9 games left for Dynamo Zagreb. And I'm kind of thinking like, why am I rushing to buy these in-season Dynamo Zagreb cards? They've got like 9 games of the season left. I'm just giving up, Kerry. I'm just going to hope Karius comes back and just play half Schalke, half Zagreb for the remainder of the season and see what happens. I think there is a Livakovic on the market. Why don't you sell the Zagreb guys? I've just got a little attached to them. I should say that's the sensible thing, isn't it? This is my problem on Sorare. I get attached to them, and I just think they'll be fun classic cards next season. Like, because I'm starting to know who the best ones are, I'm guessing they're going to be really good smashers in Classic next season. There is a Livakovic for 14.94 now. But what I'm thinking is wait till the season ends and pick up this guy, Miha Zach, and pick up a Beljo. Pick up them for very cheap. And then I'll have a really good Classic stack next season. Yeah, maybe get a Livakovic in the off season as well. Have a good set of cards for All-Star. That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm not selling him. It's probably not. It's not financial advice, but if you've watched more than 2 of my videos in your life, you'll know that none of this is financial advice. That's pretty self-explanatory. I cannot say Nicholas Jackson any way than his own preseason pronunciation. Speaking of the big man, here he is. But the shame is, right? The shame is Nicholas Jackson did his part. However, Rafinha didn't start for Barcelona. Olmo didn't do that great. Almada didn't do that great. Kufal, that was the worst one. Kufal, I was debating if I should captain Kufal before big Nicholas Jackson came in the team. Kufal was captain. And Monaco beat PSG 3-1, which, you know, I captained Akliouche in this throwaway lineup. Oh, if only I'd have had that faith in Akliouche in this lineup and had Karaha in this lineup and, you know. So that's how we did in Champion. And then in All-Star, a shout out to the under-23s for getting a promotion. Look at this. Sergio Dominguez, 100. We were like, Sergio, we were debating if we should put him in All-Star. And we were like, no, they're not going to do well. They're not going to do well. Someone told me he's not going to do well. I would never have a go at the beautiful chat, but someone in the chat was like, they're not going to keep it do well. They're not going to do well. Let's not put too many Zagreb players in your all-star lineups. So I put him in the under-23 one in the end. And what do you know? What do you know? He got 100. He only went and got 100 and reminded us he's a legend. In All-Star, we went for these clowns. Cruz Azul won 3-0, but the players I wanted to do well didn't do well. Like Marquez didn't do that well. Paradella didn't do that well. Piovi did okay, but you know. The Tigres won 1-0, but again, none of my guys did anything. Brunetta didn't do anything. Correa didn't do anything. Lainez okay, but you know, just a bad weekend in general. But we won $5. We won $5, so that's my weekend rounded up. Right. Let's build some lineups for midweek. Midweek, where we've not really got much. We've got Champions League and we've got Europa League, and I think the Mexican teams are playing the MLS teams in that cup that they like to play. So, are Crystal Palace playing? If not, we don't need to build. Oh, they are. Crystal Palace are playing AEK Al Larnaca. I was going to say AEK Athens. They're playing AEK. Oh, Hernduzi's going to have a field day with this game. That's a great fixture. So I guess we don't have any in-seasons. We'll have to play Classic in that. Maybe we build a Classic Crystal Palace lineup. Dino. Big Dino in goal. Big LaCroix and Big Richards at the back. Forest are playing FC Midtjylland. So let's get an Elliot Anderson in there. Let's get a Gibbs White in there. Let's get a Saar in there. And let's get a... I can't trust Thiago Silva. He hasn't played in a while. We don't know if he's going to be playing. It's an away game. Now, I'm not trusting Thiago. Pal Victor's been putting up some very nice scores lately. He's been peaking. He's been peaking. I don't know much about Ferenc Skovski. I'm guessing Braga are favourites. How many minutes did he get at the weekend? He got 78. So they took him off thinking we've got a European game midweek. We want him fresh for that. So Pal Victor's an option. Adam Wharton, after me slagging him off, like I was literally slagging him off this week after a 15 against Wolves. Since then, he's got a 60 and an 81. So is it Adam Wharton season? Hudson-Odoi, I'm trying to sell this card. If anybody wants to buy a Hudson-Odoi card for £1.20, let me know. I'm thinking of just doing late arena. Oh yeah, I could arena this actually. I might do the same, Kerry. Kerry, I'm doing the same. I'm copying Kerry. I'm doing it because you never know which one of these they're going to drop. An arena. Kerry, are you going to be doing arena or are you going to be doing like leaderboards? Which one are you doing? Will there be a Europa League leaderboards? That's the question on everybody's lips right now. There will, but is this going to be in season? 5 limited cards. Kerry, why are you doing this or are you doing... This is arenas now, right? It's just called leaderboards. And then we don't have to put the team in right now, do we? It will cost 300 essence. So we need to finish in the top 3. I don't know, Kerry. Because the thing is, everyone will have those cards I just showed you. Everyone will have, playing that, will have surely those cards. Maybe you get lucky and you mix Forest and Crystal Palace around. I'll probably do the cheap 100 essence in the same 260 arena. Where's that? Oh, wait. The beginner all-star one. Let's see if my cards would come under the cap 260. So we would have Dean Henderson. We'd have LaCroix. We'd have a Elliot Anderson. This is assuming they all play. Saar. And then a 47. Yeah, that could be doable. I'm sure Tyreek Mitchell is 45. So we could build a lineup like this and hope that nobody else has got... Everyone's gone for a 5-man Palace stack, and we're the only one with a Elliot Anderson in there. And then what's the prizes? So we enter for 100 essence. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's only 5. Like if we win, we make 400 essence. Whereas if we enter the pro one, we take more of a gamble because we need 7 cards. But we could win like a 2,000 essence if we finish in the top 100. Even if we finish in like the top 1,000, we're getting 250 essence, which is probably what we're going to get if we finish 3rd in the leaderboard. But we do have to get, we don't get the benefit of team news. It's a beautiful dilemma, isn't it? I think I'm going to do the arenas one. Just because I always do the pro mode. And it's not like I'm exactly swimming in success. So maybe we try the leaderboards. I'm praying AS do well against Sparta Prague this game week. Let's go. We're sending you positive energy clips. Positive energy. Right, let's build some Champions League lineups, shall we? So we'll save our Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest cards for the arenas, shall we? No, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I can't. You know what? Do you know what, Kerry? What about this as an idea? build the pro lineup, and then if it doesn't play, if you've got DMPs, cancel it. No, you can't. It's not like arenas where you can enter last minute, is it? You have to enter now. When's the deadline? Is the deadline's the same as the... I'm a mess. The deadline's the same as the thing, right? I was going to say cancel your pro lineup and then put them in here, but it's not like arenas where you can do it last minute. By the way, quick play. I won the first one because Breno came off the bench and got an assist. So that's where my $2 market credits came from, in case you were wondering. And then the annoying thing is I didn't make one. I think there were some games the very next day and I forgot. And now I've got to wait till Friday to fill the next one when John Booker playing on Friday. So I'm probably not going to get further than $10 market credits because it resets in 9 days. Isn't that European League's comp a later deadline? Let's check. If it's a later deadline, that's our decision made. Later deadline, that's the decision made. That's the decision made. We get the later deadline so we can swap the players around. Wait, that's in season. What about Classic? Classic's the same. We get a slightly later deadline, so that's it. Decided. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Bit of Venga Boys for you there. Gibbs White, why is he 70%? I might sell this Gibbs White card and get a classic one because I've only got one in season. No, he's useful in the Premier League, isn't he? And I feel like relegated teams or teams that are near the relegation zone always put big performances towards the end of the season because they're so desperate to stay up. So I can see Gibbs White smashing a few big scores in like the last 5 games of the season. So keep him in season. Don't sell him, Amreezy. I think it's going to be Power Victor. And I think we might captain Elliot Anderson. Because his scores are juicy, juicy, juicy. There we go. Extended deadline made the decision for me. Thanks, Kerry, for reminding me of the extended deadline. Although you did also cause the headache of me to make that whole decision process. So you both caused the headache, but then fixed it yourself. So this is for Kerry. We might as well make a second lineup. If we can just throw in some... No, wait. We can put them in All-Star. Don't waste that. Right, Champions League in season. The big decision for me is who's going to be in goal for Chelsea. Is it going to be Sanchez or is it going to be Jorgensen? Sorare aren't helping with the predictions. Jorgensen's got 60% chance of playing. Sanchez has got 40. It's literally impossible to call this. What did RotoWire say? RotoWire say... RotoWire say Sanchez, but we don't trust RotoWire anymore. They've led us astray too many times. So I've got to use my Chelsea hat. I've got both of them in season, Sanchez and Jorgensen. Sanchez was dropped in the league, but Jorgensen wasn't like amazing, but he was okay. Sanchez then played in the FA Cup against Wrexham and wasn't that great. So I would think Jorgensen plays. That's where I would put my money. Because why would you drop Sanchez for one game if he wasn't no longer first team goalkeeper? Why would you drop him for one game against Villa, an important game? Why would you drop your number one goalkeeper for the backup for an important game away at Aston Villa? Because Chelsea then won, Jorgensen didn't make any drastic mistakes. And then Sanchez plays in the FA Cup. That tells me Jorgensen's going to be still number one. But it's away at PSG. So if he wants experience, he might go for Sanchez just for he's a little bit more experienced. But I think it sends a bad signal to the team if Jorgensen doesn't play this game. So I think we've got to go Jorgensen. Right, let's go for the in-season options. So Tottenham are playing Atletico Madrid away. That's a defeat. Gabriel's playing Bayer Leverkusen away. That's a victory. Although maybe we should play... Like, Vicario will at least play for Spurs. At least we know. So maybe Vicario's the... We play Jorgensen with the Chelsea cards, basically. And we play Vicario against Atletico. Atletico Madrid aren't exactly on blistering form, are they? And this is a kind of game where maybe he makes lots of saves. Do we have classic goalkeepers playing? No. So it's either... We either risk it with Jorgensen... Where, again, away at PSG, whichever goalkeeper plays for Chelsea, it's probably going to be a bad score because it's away at PSG. We could go for Caicedo. We could go for Cherki, a Real Madrid away. That's a tricky... I don't know if that is a tricky game anymore. We've got João Pedro's in crazy form. Anthony Gordon at home to Barcelona. I like this. Anthony Gordon, do not sleep on Anthony Gordon, ladies and gents. He and Barcelona's defense is nothing to be excited about. So I quite like the idea of playing my Chelsea cards with the Jorgensen. And playing Gordon. What about Lewis Hall? Is Lewis Hall a viable option? Yeah. Lewis Hall's a viable pick. The extra... I'm going to make the Chelsea lineup first because that'll just clear some of the debris. Cucurella came off the bench against Wrexham. He might be fit again. And look, this is going to be a gamble lineup because Cucurella might not play. Jorgensen might not play, but it's against PSG, so it's a gamble even going for any Chelsea players. Also, Reece James is an option. We could go classic Reece James, who I don't think played any minutes against Wrexham. So we could go Reece James, and then we don't have to risk Cucurella. We go Reece James, Caicedo, João Pedro, and Cole Palmer. And captaincy, I feel like João Pedro. Usually it's just, I captain Palmer without thinking. It's Cole Palmer captain, Cole Palmer captain. But how can we ignore this form from João Pedro? Like, how can I ignore that? Ignore the Arsenal game, obviously. And Cole Palmer... Cole Palmer. I mean, his scores have also been okay. But, you know, there's slightly more dips with Cole Palmer. So for the first time ever... No, Cole Palmer... How's the game going to go? Right, it's going to be a close game. I don't think João Pedro's going to get as much of the ball as he's had against teams like Burnley, Leeds, Wolves, West Ham, Crystal Palace. So, yeah, these are good scores. But when he plays against a team like Arsenal, the scores are lower. So the PSG game, I think we can assume will be more like the Arsenal game than the Burnley game. So maybe Cole Palmer gets more of the ball than João Pedro. I think I'm going to regret that. But it's 50-50, I feel. Right. That's the Chelsea lineup, Bill. Now for the others. Oh, a Declan Rice. A Declan Rice is the classic. And then we need 2 in-season cards. We go for Anthony Gordon. Oh, look at this shower of shite that we've got here. Your guess is as good as mine, guys. Like, Gakpo? Seriously? What does RotoWire say about Gakpo? RotoWire say... First of all, Romero is an option. I know Tottenham are terrible, but if we're playing... Oh, I can't go for double Tottenham again. That stung me last week. RotoWire say Gakpo will play. Sorry, I've given him a 70% chance. I feel like Galatasaray is the best fixture. Gakpo did score against West Ham. Did he play 90 minutes against Wolves? 65 minutes against Wolves. Gakpo, not captain. So I can't go Tottenham double up on Tottenham defense. Have we not learned anything, Amreezy? Have you not learned anything? Stop thinking about doubling up on a Tottenham defender. That's ridiculous. So we've got Wesley Fofana. We could go for Cucurella, Lewis Hall. I think we've got to go Gakpo. It's not pretty, but It's not like I've got anything else. A Ryan Cherky against Real Madrid. That could be a fun pick. Real Madrid are a bit of a mess right now. Rotowire say Ryan Cherky will play against Real Madrid. Against Nottingham Forest, he played 82 minutes. But I feel like Pep doesn't like Foden anymore. So it'll be Semenyo and one other on the wings. Semenyo and surely Cherky. I feel like Cherky has a higher ceiling. Even if Cherky comes off the bench, I'd fancy him doing something. I think... it's a coin flip. Cherky or Gakpo? Cherky or Gakpo? Cherky or Gakpo? I think we go Cherky. I just don't like seeing that 20% that Sorare giving him. And it's Real Madrid away, whereas Gakpo's got Galatasaray. That's a better fixture. Let me have a look at what the Real Madrid lineup's going to be. Have they got any big injuries? Alaba, Camavinga, Militao, Bellingham, combined. Lots of injuries. Mbappe's out as well. So it's not going to be a super strong team. But Rudiger and Huijsen and Courtois, you know, that's a decent... Mendy and Trent, they've got a good defense, which makes me think they may be weaker up front. So... Come on, I want some team news from Galatasaray. Only that guy suspended. Davidson Sanchez against a Liverpool. Oh, we're going to go Gakpo. We're going to go Gakpo. He feels slightly safer. I know, Clips. I know. So should we go Cherky then? You convinced me to go Cherky. Is that you saying we should go Cherky? Cherky on 20%. At least Gakpo plays. And like, yes, he's bad, but like we might just get like a 60. Like we might get a 60 or a 51. Like, whereas, but then Cherky, if he plays, has the potential to pop. Cherky has a higher pop rating. They've also got West Ham next. So you'd think maybe he plays the first team against Real Madrid and rests a few players against West Ham. You wouldn't rest players against Real Madrid. But then why is he 20%? I would pick Cherky, says Clips. Dumb. Cut to Thursday's video where I watch Gakpo score a hat-trick. Well, Gakpo will go in the third lineup with Robert Sanchez. So just think, this is the speculative lineup. Just in case Robert Sanchez plays, we'll have a lineup where it's like Sanchez, Cucurella, classic midfielder, Gakpo, and it also isn't weird if Slot plays Rio instead of Gakpo. Liverpool v Man City in the FA Cup. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's not being shown. Okay, Gakpo's going in my throwaway lineup. You've convinced me. Anyone else want to... How bad was Liam Delap against Wrexham? Jeez. Maybe we shouldn't waste the classic card here. Maybe we should just play like an Andre Santos or a classic card that's not that good. Like a gamble classic card. Or maybe we just play Andre Santos. Eze might be a fun gamble. Yeah, let's go Eze. United Bradley, welcome to the chat. Thanks for joining in, mate. Cherky is more reliable AA wise. I like it. If he didn't have that 20, I think what's putting me off is that 20%. If he had like a 60%, I wouldn't have even debated it. It would be Cherky over Gakpo every day. I just don't know why they're putting him as 20%. Like, what do Sorare Inside know that I don't know, or any of us know? Captain, if in doubt, captain the Chelsea player. That's great advice. That's official advice from Amreezy. If in doubt, captain the Chelsea card. All right, they're my Champions League lineups. I guess we can make one more just for the hell of it. We've got some cards left over. We can just put... No, let's... These cards, we don't know what we're going to put in All-Star. Romero might want the audition if he wants to join. Oh, maybe. Romero instead of Kirkes? Or maybe we just build another lineup when we chuck Romero in there. Or we play him in All-Star. Let's not forget there's other comps. There's also Champions League Classic. Maybe I should play some of these guys like Cucurella in. I've already got a Classic Cucurella. Yeah, maybe I play Romero in Classic. Oh, we can only make one goalkeeper. We can't really do Classic, can we? Not seriously. All-Star, we've got some good fixtures in All-Star because the Mexican teams are playing the MLS teams. We've got one good fixture, sorry. Not two. We've got one good fixture. Tigres are going to Cincinnati. Tigres represent... Oh, Carlos Miguel's got a nice fixture. First v 20th. But Tigres are going flying the Mexican flag high. Representing Mexico against Cincinnati. We're going to go Tigres heavy here. Cruz Azul are playing Monterrey. Is that in the same competition? Or is that in the Mexican League? I think that's in the same competition. I know it's in the same competition. Why am I checking? Eric Garcia and Romero. That could be a nice classic stack. We could give Will Dita his debut. We've also got another Tigres option here. Jesus Angulo. He's been putting up some good scores lately. And I might chuck a Christian Romero in here, you know. He's nice and fresh. Coming off a long suspension. Brunetta... Lainez. So this is Tigres featuring Christian Romero. Cincinnati lost 1-0 against Toronto. Woo-hoo! Good knowledge, clips. Good intel. Thanks for sharing the intel. I quite like the idea of, yeah, going all out on Tigres here. And chuck a Rafinha in there. Rafinha, because Rafinha didn't play 90 minutes against Bilbao. Just came on for 28 minutes. So Rafinha, and then all the Tigres boys. Captain Brunetta without thinking about it. Christian Romero's in defense because he's doing his audition to play for Atletico Madrid. I've got 4 Division 1 lineups in All-Star. That's ridiculous. Who do I think I am? 4 Division 1 lineups. Right, this goalkeeper, Carlos Miguel, he's playing. I mean, how can we ignore Eric Garcia's form lately? How can we ignore Eric Garcia's form? Now, here's the thing. If I'm going to be playing Rafinha in this lineup, I like the idea of an Eric Garcia here. The 2 Barcelona boys together. Let's play the 2 Barcelona boys together. So it's Tigres and Barcelona in one lineup. And then it's Cruz Azul and a mix bag in the other lineup. Maybe we don't play Christian Romero. Maybe we give Dita his debut. Maybe we hope that we build a Cruz Azul heavy lineup. Dita makes his debut. We've got Plavecino and Paradella from Cruz Azul as well. And then we just pair them with some different strikers. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Alvarez, although he's not been doing that well lately, but against that shaky Spurs defense, Julian Alvarez is going to, if he plays, he's going to batter them. Does RotoWire say Alvarez is going to play? Julian Alvarez and Sorloth. Yep. Julian Alvarez. And then we want one more. Maybe a Brunetta. Maybe a Brunetta as well. A Brunetta again. And should we captain Alvarez? He's going to destroy Tottenham. He's going to absolutely destroy them. Why has he not been playing lately? Why has he got 2 bench appearances, though? That's what's concerning me. He's been coming off the bench a lot. But surely Simeone unleashes him against Tottenham. A wounded animal. Maybe we don't captain him. Maybe we captain Plavicino. He's in better form. Captain the form. What's the best card you've crafted this year? Cherky. Ryan Cherky was probably the best craft. I crafted him. Did I craft him or did I win him? I crafted him. Crafted a Ryan Cherky, and I crafted him and had like 3 or 4 good weeks when Cherky was like in that run of form earlier in the season. So yeah, probably a Ryan Cherky. What about you, Clips? What about you, mate? Okay, we can't build any more lineups. I don't have any more goalkeepers. And as all my lineups are Division 1, I don't really want to waste I don't want to get relegated. So that's that done. I feel like we can make one throwaway classic Champions League lineup with that Sanchez card. A speculative lineup where this is where Christian Romero and Pedro Porro play. This is where we've still got some good Chelsea cards. All right, maybe we'll make this a bit more serious. Trent Alexander-Arnold. All right, let's go. We could make a Chelsea lineup, actually. We could go... Did Fofana play against... No, Fofana didn't play against... This was going to be a joke lineup. It's actually a strong Chelsea lineup now. So we're just hoping Chelsea do well here. And then up front, we play Lewandowski, Garnacho. It's either Lewandowski or Garnacho. Everyone else looks like they're injured. Will Lewandowski play? According to both RotoWire and Sorare, Lewandowski will play against Newcastle. He came off the bench against Bilbao. So I think we go Lewandowski here, and we captained João Pedro in one lineup. No, we didn't. We captained Enzo. Enzo likes a big game. And you know what? Chelsea are going to do well. I've got a feeling Chelsea are going to do well against Paris. Away at PSG. Big game for Chelsea. Oh, Clips won a Rafinha. Great win. Where did you win that? In La Liga in season? Or I guess if you won it, maybe it was like All-Star. No, Champion. Great win either way, mate. I think that's all my lineups built, gang. I don't think I can do anything else. I think I'm out of cards. Used all my cards. So I need to remind myself to check the deadline for the Champions League. They don't have an extended deadline on the Champions League ones, do they? No. So I need to check my deadline on the Europa League one for the Crystal Palace Nottingham Forest combo. Make sure everyone's playing here. We need Chelsea to do well against PSG. We need Cherky to play for Manchester City. And if he does, and Tottenham's goalkeeper makes a lot of saves, I can see this lineup doing okay. I can't see this lineup doing anything. If Jorgensen plays for Chelsea, I can see Chelsea doing okay here. And then if Tigres smashed Cincinnati and the Barcelona boys do well, this lineup could do well. So, there's some midweek hope here. Will Adita makes his debut for the Cruz Azul lineup. I like it. All-Star third place a few months ago. Nice. Yeah, I'm enjoying All-Star. That's why I bought the Will Adita card. Like, there's prizes to be won. I think he's going a little bit under the radar All-Star this year. A lot of people are focusing on the in-season streaks and stuff, but you can win good cards if you do well in All-Star, and you can get those cards for a lot cheaper. And if you just win one card like Rafinha, it kind of pays for, I'm guessing, like every player you had in that lineup. It pays for it. If you sold the Rafinha, you pay for that entire lineup. Like Will Adita, I got for basically £1.70 something. If this wins a good card, you sell the card, I think it's fun. I like it a lot. I like mixing Barcelona and Tigres. It's just fun. It's old school Sorare vibes. That's what Sorare used to be like. It used to be mixing and matching like random leagues around the world and enjoying the fact, using what knowledge you have. using your Mexico knowledge and then combining it with a bit of obvious knowledge, like Rafinha at Barcelona, everyone should know is a good card. But then, like, not everyone will be pairing them with Mexican cards, for example. So, yeah, thanks for watching, gang. That's my video this week. Or not this week, that's my Monday video done. I'll be back on Thursday with another Road to Sorare Boss, where we see how all of that did and we build our weekend lineups and we have a good time. Good luck with your midweeks, guys. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. I'll see you next week. Also, if you're into MFL, I've got 2 MFL streams this week. Quite big streams this week. We've got Orange Fly, aka Bob, on tomorrow, and it's a pack drop party on Wednesday. So join me for that if you're into MFL. Otherwise, I'll see you Thursday, Sorare fans. Peace.